That means we gonna transform Rock.
Many have tried.
We're gonna make you a deacon first.
Many have tried.
We're gonna make you a deacon.
Deacon Rock.
Isn't Eddie a deacon?
Yes. Can we not talk about Lord? I love that beat.
Come on, Claudie.
Right? Not today. I'm out of breath. White eyes, bright face is all she sees. Coming through with the machete, just knowing she's ready to pass on and on, living disease. One blow to the room is very fatal. But like a true romance, still standing her stance. She ain't ever giving up, just the mentality of I just don't give. It's like a fatal attraction. She starts to take action, change into a masked assassin. But instead, she's Latin on the 1, 2, 3, 4th level now. You know your destiny. You be seeing me with that telepathy, spitting out that fire that will devour your insides. Knowing your desire is death, but yet I blow you with that black desert so you will resurrect and enter the fusion of my non-illusion of my mass confusion.
Genti My People.
Man, heavy on the mental. For all you others, remember this: you can never look like me, walk like me, talk like me. Cause my confusion is no illusion. Here to my shout all you MCs.
You gotta actually see this. I'm gonna actually hit the video like right now because they have to see what's happening right now. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
And once again, it is me, Genti My People, with Claudia CC Perez. She's back. Last week, she got wet, and it was all crazy, so she couldn't make it in time. That's how it went down in New York City last week, because the dog's baby shower.
My dog's birthday.
It rained. And they got wet. Right now,
dogs are not supposed to celebrate their birthdays outdoors.
It is now 78 degrees in New York City, partly sunny. Big shout to Shaw Rock Day uptown in the Bronx. Big shout to the Zulu Nation having their 5th annual barbecue out of Katona Park. We're going to see you there today.
Are we going to get barbecue? You cannot deny me food. I dare you.
Never mention. Oh,
no, you didn't.
Don't ever mention food.
You did it
around a pregnant woman.
And then you said barbecue. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna go get barbecue.
I love barbecue.
Yeah, you love everything right now.
No, I love barbecue.
Oh man, I gotta tell you. So what's going on, C? What you
mad because you gotta take me? I heard that. Okay.
Listen, I am not hostile. Not at all. You can just roll right in. Just don't even worry about it. She's like, I know you were mad at me. And she's like, I'm never going to forget it. I got a song for that.
I love it.
Oh, Lord.
Yo, it's great to be back. Welcome, everyone. Like, you know what? This is good to be back. Look, Rock got the suspenders back.
Yeah.
Rock is back in the building.
Oh.
Got the suspenders.
Look at that. Yeah. My face is growing. My belly is growing.
And
Ada's been like really, really wearing me out.
So
I ain't doing.
How many months are you right now?
I am 27 weeks. I am 1 week from 7 months.
Wow. Okay. It's a journey. Is it anything different from the other two?
Other four.
Other four. Sorry.
4?
2 baby showers.
Right.
Other 4.
I told you the baby's an alien.
Does this feel different to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It feels different. It looks different. Everything is just different.
Really?
The age is different. My body is different. The baby is different. Right about now, my belly is like growing astronomically, and it feels like the baby be like up under my ribs.
Okay.
So my rib cage, it's like sore.
Uh-huh.
So you can't lay on your sides. Then the weight is just killing me. Like, I'm 214 pounds. I don't understand. Like, my body frame wasn't built for this.
Now, was this Is this one of the biggest kids you've had of all the kids? Or?
No, you know what? I'm right on track. Like with the weight and everything, I'm right on track. So, but I was a lot younger then.
True.
But everything, I'm enjoying every minute of it. All the woes, the foes, the sorrows, the joys. Actually, I was laughing last night because I'm sitting in the recliner with my feet up, and then my belly was doing a beatbox because you could just see it was rolling on one side. You see it poking on this side, poking on that side. You know, it's uncomfortable, but I will say, like, what's really different about this is the baby is supposed to sleep when you're walking and about. This child doesn't. And it's awkward because you'll feel like pitter patter on your pelvis. He dances on my bladder. I can't, like, I be out of breath. Like, this a young girl game. I ain't even gonna play. But yeah.
So when you were younger, you're saying this was a little easier to do?
It was a lot easier.
Okay.
It was a lot easier. Like, I can't really walk too far. I can't do too far, but I'm glad I was able to come here today. So I just saved my energy to do what it is that I need to do. Because, like, every day I plan 3 things. I think I said that before. But, yeah, I plan 3 things to do, but I only can accomplish 1. And we got our big date coming up, June 19th.
June 19th.
Yes. Oh, snap. We didn't put the flyers up. Oy, oy, oy.
Do I have them?
We didn't bring them.
You should.
Oh.
No, you could text it to him. Send it
Yes.
to him.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
gonna
email
send-
to me and send it to me.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
don't worry
send
about it. We
to
want you to stress.
No, but the flyers are really cool, dude.
You can send
Like, for real. You
You
know,
got them, Ada?
It's on her phone.
listen. But
So what's going on the 19th?
19th, we having the Juneteenth Father's Day celebration on East 99th Street, and we have Cherry Tree Park in East Harlem. So y'all need to stop by. It's between 2nd and 3rd Avenues. I don't care what you're doing. It's from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. We got the street closure. We have the park closed off. We have an amazing lineup. And we even got our main attraction, a dunk tank, y'all. So come on down. We have a lot going on. It's from 12 to 7 p.m. Like, if you're not there on that particular day, I understand that you're with the family, but you should make this part of your family event for that day. Like, even if you stop by for 10, 15 minutes, come by. And there's lots and lots of giveaways.
And I'm going to be in the dunk tank. Okay, that spaghetti arm. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Can't hit the side of a barn. Come on. Oh, yeah, I'm doing it.
Listen, see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the dunk tank for about an hour.
I appreciate you because I'm not that bold.
I was trying to convince my uncle to do it.
Listen, no. We want hecklers in that dunk tank, so be prepared to get heckled. We have chair yoga that's gonna be happening. We have a yoga show. We have a puppet show for the kids coming out. I think we might get some superstars, other than Rock Logic being out there.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Boulevard is gonna be out there. Part of the family, BGM family is gonna be out there. Listen, I have really worn myself out, and thanks to everybody, shout out to every single person that's helping to put this together, from the Washington Council board members to the district leader who also lives in Washington House. This is not a night show event, and I need y'all to understand that. This is a community event, and what we're doing, we have something for everyone. I mean, if you're not there, we have, we have one of our salsa DJs out there. We're going to have Rock Logic out there. Of course, we're going to have to separate them, but I'm looking forward to a battle. You understand what I'm saying? So
he can't mess with my salsa. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I want to see it.
My
You
salsa's
understand?
heavy. I'll go into his territory.
As long as
That's right.
As long as
That's
Mark
right.
Anthony's being played, I don't care.
Listen, so
I
yeah,
there you go.
I'm very excited, and I'm also looking forward to it happening, because that is the beginning of my maternity leave. Claudia will be on hiatus after that. I need to start preparing for the BGM baby. I finally made up my mind. We are gonna have a baby shower. It's gonna be in August, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, that'll be my next venture, and just bringing new life into this world, because it's so sad, especially in Uvalde, Texas. We can talk about that for a little bit, and that's where I want to go with it right now, because shame on those officers. 40 minutes. It was parents out there who had their own guns, who wanted to go in to save their own children and others. It was a lot of lives lost. And that itself, I tried not to listen to it too much, but the activist inside of me, I had to, because, with the baby, everything I feel, I know that the baby feels. I still don't know what I'm having, but I'm like, he. Just to put that in the atmosphere. So, but yeah, it's so sad. Even with the gun violence that's going on within everybody's community, everybody's being touched by this. We have big news on the NYCHA front, which is unfortunate. The trust has been passed through the assembly and the state senatorship, so it is a go. Those of you who live in NYCHA, y'all really need to make up your minds and understand what's happening. Privatization is on the way, and if you don't have a plan B to fight that back, which I've been telling everyone, which is resident management, it's done. They have literally obliterated Section 9 and public housing as we know it. So our future is no longer cemented. You understand what I'm saying? NYCHA will never, any public housing across the state. We told you that Gregory Russ was the czar of the destruction of public housing as we know it, and it being for the people and not for profit. Public housing now is for profit, and that is really scary, y'all. But again, I'm on top of the news. I know what I'm doing. I know what my residents are doing. I just say it's not every man for themselves. We need to make a really big movement on the NYCHA front, and New York need to stand up. Y'all need to stand up. And I don't knock those people who are going for it, because you know what? You're entitled to do what you feel is best for you and yours. But I know for a fact that it's not for me and mine, and I'm gonna take care of what I have to take care of, because I know the longevity process of this all. They will obliterate public housing. Look at Cabrini Green in Chicago. Look at Minneapolis. It's plenty of places where it's just disgusting. But I refuse to let that energy flow through me, because I'm going to have a happy baby. But best believe, I had a really great feat this week. I actually graduated, and I was walking across the stage, and I received my bachelor's as well as my certificate program that I was so
I'm sorry.
Lucky.
I missed something here.
What?
So you went to your graduation?
Absolutely. I
thought it was one of your kids' graduations.
No, it was my graduation.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Man,
I
look at the
walked
studio
across
audience.
the stage. Yeah.
Wow.
I went to my graduation, and of course I did it in my way with my swag. I do have pictures and stuff that I haven't posted, because it was a real personal moment. And it was really, really, what happened was, like, my family really didn't know. Like, I was so cool with it, because it was a personal achievement for myself. Mm-hmm. I got my bachelor's, and it took me a while to get here, but I'm proud of myself because it was something that I chose to do and it was my achievement. So I kept it to myself for quite a while. And when this graduation ceremony came up, because truth be told, I received this in 2020. And I'm just talking about it now in 2022 because COVID robbed me of a lot of things, and I was holding that back. So, like my mom and even my husband, they were like, why you didn't tell us that, you finished? I'm like, because it's something that I was doing for me. It wasn't something that I was doing for anyone else, but my graduation came at the right time because next week on the 15th, shout out to Kamini Perez, my daughter, my 22-year-old daughter. She will be walking across that stage from Monroe College. She's a law major, and she'll be receiving her bachelor's. So I managed to get acknowledged a week before her, and we were I want her to go back for her master's because you know what? You have to be better than mom. So this is inspiration for her. And like I told her, right now you have the opportunity. You have a roof over your head. Mommy and dad is here for you. Take advantage of it. And instead of taking that $50,000 to $60,000 a year job, go back for that year and a half, get your master's, and make that $90,000 to $120,000. You understand what I'm saying? But what made mine so special to me is in me finishing what I did, I have accomplished so much because it was for urban studies and community leadership, and that's directly in my field. So I've accomplished a lot. This year I am actually an active member of my community board. I'm also an active member in DYCD, which is a CAB and a NAB member, a community advisory board member, and a neighborhood advisory board member for DYCD, the Department of Youth and Community Development. I'm also going to be elected on my local PSA 5 board, which is into the community. So, plus, I have my resident council presidency, and I'm looking forward to a future right now where I'm solidifying myself and laying the groundwork for me to move forward in the political arena right now. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this is, like it said on my cap, I had a pink graduation cap with my black gown, and I decorated it with a hat topper, and it meant so much to me to do that because it said the best is yet to come. And, I really do feel like, because with being pregnant and getting pregnant at the age and the time that I did, God has blessed me, and he continues to bless me to do the things that I do. And plus, again, I never thought I would be here having an open mic and meeting a whole new family, my BGM family. I'm grateful for that. You understand? So I'm building my community. I'm building inside and outside of my NYCHA community. I'm more than just NYCHA. I can do more for my community in what I'm trying to portray and what I'm trying to achieve. And I'm very family orientated. So this baby will be an advocate baby. So be prepared for me to be with that swaddle either in the front of me, on the back of me, or me pushing a stroller. And I'm still the same. I'm gonna be busting up in them buildings. So at the end of the day, that's just like my journey for right now. Sin, I see you in the chat room, and I appreciate you as always. In bringing forth the truth and also being there to you've been one of my biggest supporters. You understand what I'm saying? So kudos to you and shout out to you, Cynthia Tibbs.
Big shout out to Gary Delamar. He's in the chat room. Gary's tuned in, checking in. Cynthia said a couple of things. She said Greg Russ is getting rich off of our backs.
Absolutely.
The citywide council of presidents have sold us out. Our elected officials have sold us out.
Everyone has sold out the black and brown communities.
NYCHA is never going to spend $40 billion on improvements. When the defaults on these bonds are homes, when they default on these bonds, our homes will
be
wind
in
up
the
in
wind
foreclosure.
for foreclosure. And what she means when she says is because with the trust, they're using our homes as collateral to get loans to do the fixtures within our developments, which is very much like what they and you know what, I'm gonna jump over for a minute, because when I was on the call with some NYCHA officials, and they were talking about this, trying to explain to us why we needed the trust and why this should be going through. One of the things that stuck out to me was when one of the officials, NYCHA officials, said, we don't lose schools, we don't lose train stations. No, we don't lose them, right? But at the end of the day, they failed at Rikers. So that is a municipal that they have lost. So, and I feel like the fight in NYCHA is very close to the fight that we have in Rikers. And if they can lose that, and I'd rather go under receivership, because what they're telling you in this package that they're offering us, you can either go Rad Pact, which is the same thing, or go into the trust, or stay under Section 9. And the way he said it was like, if you stay under Section 9, you're just going to be living the same way. So they just gave our elected officials an out to end Section 9 public housing. And we will no longer receive the funding. And they already have backtracked on funding for decades. That's what brought us to this position. And what people need to realize is Section 9 would and could work. It's not just about the money. It's not just about getting the things fixed. It's the other reparations. They owe us reparations because it's a blatant attack on Black and brown people. And I'm trying to stay away from it because it's really emotional, and I need to get my thought process wrapped around it. But in a nutshell, that's exactly what it's doing to public housing. It is a blatant attack on Black and brown people in poor minority communities, where they're taking a stable household and now making you unstable, because what that entails is everyone going under Section 8 public housing. Yeah, they're saying it's 30% of your income, but that does not cover gas and electric, so it's no longer 30% of your income. And every household does not fit within the criteria that meets the agenda for Section 8 public housing. And we all know the more money you make, the less the government gives. So, I just need to wrap my head around it. This happened all this weekend. The assembly voted on it, and in less than a week, the state senators passed it through. So man, listen, they just bent us over and gave it to us raw.
All right, listen, we hit the 30-minute mark. Then we go to a commercial break for a couple of minutes, and we'll swing right back into it. Or maybe change gears.
Absolutely.
Or I'll make you hungry.
2 men, one epic battle. Who will be the 2022 state champion? Delmonico Steaks versus New York Strips, with a side of lamb chops.
Right now, we about to have a cook-off. We ain't start cooking yet, and I'm gonna smash this dude.
Y'all saw that knockout last night, right? It's about to be the same shit up in here.
Just give me the trophy. Just give me the trophy.
Let's get it.
There's a trophy for me.
Let's get it.
It's mine.
What's up, guys? What you doing?
Busting through that right now.
Uh-oh.
Motherfucker is drunk and delusional. Let's chill.
We have the lamb chops, and then we have the strip steak. Big shout out to my man Prince Abu. Steinway Street, #1 butcher. Conclusion will be, I'm taking home the trophy.
Oh, the trophy's over there.
Free to dream on.
Bring the dream on the snake off. I underestimated his skills. I felt like he was a rookie, so I don't gotta go too hard. This is gonna be easy. You know, it was like Mike Tyson, you know, getting beat by the fat Buster Douglas, right?
All I know how to cook is steak. Let's be clear. That's all I got.
Baby, let's go.
Yeah, so we did that.
Listen,
Yeah, we did.
ain't no losers on my team.
Yeah, that is correct. Yes,
Ain't no losers.
I suffered a devastating blow. I mean, I felt the steak was a little bit too salty for me, but it was infused with garlic. It was good. You know what I'm saying? But I went a little bit left because I cooked a cut of meat that I had never done before. I had these Delmonico steaks, and I never cooked those before. Had I gone with my regulars, like my New York strip or ribeye, then I'd have been fine. But I cooked a cut that I'd never done
chuck
before.
steak.
Oh yeah, chuck is a beautiful steak, especially if you can get it nice and tender. You know what I'm saying? It's all that fat and marble on the chuck.
Yes.
You know, chuck goes good on the grill. You soak them. Nah, they're great.
It holds the flavor and the fat.
Yeah, all day. Oh yeah.
Come on, you're
day.
talking to a foodie right now.
Shout out to Claudia.
That's talking to a foodie.
Yeah.
All right, Rock, we're gonna have you redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
do it again.
challenge. That's right.
Yeah, we're gonna rematch because I'm not going out like that.
It has to be the best out of 3.
Yeah. I'm gonna
This
take
is
that.
this is to be continued.
Continue. That's right.
That's right.
You better believe it. I'm gonna have to deal with him. Now, I understand you. And then he didn't grill either. He cooked in a cast iron skillet.
Nah, that don't count.
Yeah.
He
That
was cheating.
Yeah, he didn't actually grill.
No, that's
So yeah. So
rematch challenge.
So there's some stuff that maybe wasn't on on par here. You know what I'm saying? I'm grilling. He's in the cast iron. I thought we were both going to be grilling. So
We can't
That was
do
good.
that.
Yeah, so we gotta get back to that.
We can't do that. We can't do that.
So we go
You
again.
know what I mean? We can't do that. But yeah, on another note, there was some interesting conversations this week. So like we were talking about Ada earlier,
What?
Oh yeah.
What I do now?
Yeah, she been running me ragged, but
Just so you know, Ada
can
is
you
in the house, by the way.
explain to us
What?
why do people have doggy parties?
Because my dog is my son. So he gets a birthday party every year. And this year's his 10th birthday. The 10th is a milestone, so it was a Harry Potter birthday.
So technically he's
Every
70
year.
years old. Is
Every year he has a theme party.
Dog is old as shit.
Yeah.
How old is the dog?
10.
70.
70, yeah. Doggy.
But I heard that was a myth. Dog years
Yeah,
are a myth.
that's-
I heard
okay.
that. But
So 10 is 10.
what kind of dog do you have?
He is a medium standard.
Medium?
Medium standard.
That's medium?
That's a medium standard Yorkie. You got the little teacups and the little ones. Those are
He's a purse dog.
okay. Those are the purse dogs. The teacups and the miniatures, but those are generically made.
So your dog was made in a test tube. A test tube baby.
Miniatures and teacups are the mother has a series of
I hate me right now. But go ahead.
injections to stunt their growth. So that's why miniatures and teacups after 10 years old they start deteriorating because their hearts and their lungs and the rest of them don't develop because they want them to stay small. Lucky is a standard medium. That's why he's 15 pounds.
So he's natural.
He's a real
So-
100% pure Yorkshire Terrier.
So if he was to have sex, right? Could he procreate?
No,
Why not?
he's fixed.
Oh, you snipped his balls?
Well, I snipped my baby too.
That's
but
horrific.
if you didn't snip him,
How
would
would you
he
like that if
be
someone
able?
snipped your balls? I'm just like, really? I never got that. Matter of fact, I was at somebody's house the other day, and the dog had a woman, but it was like a pillow woman,
Yeah.
I guess. Right?
This is the
And this dog was humping the shit out of this thing. He was like,
No, but
I was like, my
It's a
God.
reason.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you don't, sometimes
Yeah,
they
no.
develop cancer.
They develop cancer.
Oh,
Male.
no.
I still don't believe that.
Okay, it's true because male dogs, a human man could jerk himself off and let out all that,
And release.
it released all that chemicals. A dog
Chemicals?
can't.
We don't have chemicals.
Oh,
It's
you
called
know.
juices.
Okay, so they release their juices.
Yeah,
But
skadoosh.
a dog can't
Skadoosh.
jerk himself off, so it backs up, and that's how they get testicular cancer.
Well, maybe they need to invent.
Wait, repeat that
Maybe
again?
they need to invent a dog jerker.
They should
Right?
invent
Maybe
something.
a dog jerker or something.
You know what? But they do have it for horses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They do have it for horses.
got horse
I'm
jerkers.
glad you brought that up.
Yeah, they got horse jerkers.
See, maybe that could be a new profession.
Dog jerking.
I had my
Skadoosh.
godson's mother had a Proud chow chow, and she kept I'm not getting him fixed, but she never got him a girlfriend, so he caught cancer. And when it gets to the point when they have that type of cancer, they pee acid. It hurts. It's very painful. So I don't want my baby to go through that. So
Okay, I get it. But
and then with girl dogs, they get cancer in the nipples.
But
So what do you do to that? You cut the nipples off?
you got a teddy bear.
Expensive.
Your dog is
get
a
a
teddy bear.
He thinks he's human.
Of course, because he's a teddy bear.
He's human. Now.
Because he had a 10th birthday, and it was a big party. Like
no,
I saw
really
the cake.
don't consider them dogs.
I saw the cake and the nice decorations. I thought it was for a kid. I was like, "Who's like it was my dog."
I
It was my
intrigued.
dog.
I just had to be there for it.
And that only happened because y'all got rained out.
Yeah.
Because you actually had a barbecue. Y'all were doing a barbecue
Every
outside.
year he gets a barbecue outside. But it rained this year, so we took it inside. But he gets a birthday party every year.
Shout out to you.
What's the name of your dog? I'm sorry.
Lucky Oliver.
Big shout out to Lucky Oliver. Happy birthday, youngster.
Listen, he's a teddy bear.
10 years.
Because I got a dog. Mine's a dog.
But your dog is big.
Absolutely, because dogs are supposed to be big.
What kind of dog you got?
Me, I got a pit bull / Labrador.
Never coming to your house.
Listen, she's so sweet.
So
She
vicious
needs to
animal.
be in the Dentine ice commercial because
Yeah,
she
she
smiles at you. And I'm letting the cat out the bag. Listen, cat out the bag. But yeah, I'm like people come and she be wagging her tail and then she'll show her teeth, like the dog with the Dentine ice commercial where you see the big teeth and everything. So people think that she's aggressive. So they'll be backing up and then she'll be walking towards them. But like my terminology of why you get a dog is for protection. That's why I call yours a teddy bear. Like, that's to cuddle and
Blue don't attack either.
Listen,
come to my house.
Blue don't attack.
Come to my house. Ask my sister that. she don't discriminate.
That's a reason why she bitches.
No, she never bit her. But Blue is very protective. Very protective. Very, very protective. And see, one of the reasons why I got Blue is because in NYCHA, she's still considered a small dog. So she meets the requirements. But I have girls. And sometimes girls like to go out on their own. So my thing was, you want to go out, take the dog. So I knew my daughters weren't going anywhere. They couldn't take the dog because you're not going to leave the dog outside.
But Blue's always with Tavi.
Because he's the automatic dog walker.
Yeah, he always walks.
But the girls, they're really the girls' dog. Because they each take turns taking them out, except for Chi-Chi. Because Chi-Chi's like the baby for now, for the next couple of months. But yeah, like to me, I've always grew up with dogs in the house. Like I had a dog from, like my first dog was an Irish setter mixed with a German Shepherd.
That's amazing.
I mean, she was huge. Her name was Jackie, and then we had Jessie, who was like a terrier. And then after Jackie, we had Jackie, then we had Jessie. And I mean, like, I could totally get why you throw birthday parties because I remember when Jackie died, like, horribly. She got hit on Linden Boulevard. And those of you who live in Brooklyn, she broke away from my brother to chase a cat and ran across Linden Boulevard. So when she got to the second part of Linden Boulevard, the car hit her and she got up to run back towards my brother, and then she got hit again and dragged. And I just remember Jackie died in my arms. And my brother was like, "Oh my God, the dog is dead." I ran outside. I was like, "Where's the dog?" I couldn't believe it. But she took her last breath in my arms, and that was just like traumatizing to me. I was like 10 years old at the time. So I could understand why people love their dogs, because you can't have an animal and it not become a part of your family. But Jackie, oh my gosh, she was the most beautifulest dog, but she was also like a human. I remember one year she ate my brother's birthday cake. Like, that was like, it was so awesome, but it was also bad for her. And Jackie had this bad habit. When we would sit and eat at dinner, she wouldn't bark, she wouldn't beg, but like in the middle of eating, she would sit there and make this large burp. Like she was inhaling the food with us. So she, I mean, like, so, you know, I get it. I totally get it. You understand? But yeah, I believe like dogs are protectors, and like when you have smaller dogs, I believe they need companionship. So you should get a larger dog. Because again, how often do you hear about a person getting robbed with a dog?
A lot less often.
There you go.
Yeah, almost never really.
But when they have the big giant dogs, it's hard to travel and hard to go places.
Yeah, but that's why you make plans for them. And I had pretty good family members. And I got you if I ever want to go somewhere. I just leave Bella, Blue Bella with you.
Lucky falls asleep on the plane.
But I must say, I was really bless you. Ooh.
Before the plane even takes off, Lucky sleeping.
See, because you got a teddy bear. He looks like a teddy bear too. He's really cute. But yeah, so another conversation we were having in New York. Do you know that it's illegal for women to go topless without pasties on their nipples?
Yes.
I believe that the boobies should be free. And the reason I say that is because men walk around with moobs, which look like boobs,
some men got
and no shirt. So shouldn't they be ticketed and pulled off the street? Rock?
Yes. Oh. I think if you have man boobs, you know, I want to deal with it from two standpoints, because I've in my lifetime I've seen men with with these man boobs, right? And like if you were to cut their head off, you would think that they had titties,
Mm-hmm.
So I think
that's offensive, but it is.
The boobs should be judged by by what the boobs identify as. I think.
No, I think
if a guy has pecs, and he's like, and he has no
those
shirt
are
on.
still listen.
I don't see no problem with that.
Those are still boobs.
Nah, but it ain't like the man
It's
boobs.
a chest. It might like a flat-chested girl.
It ain't like the man titties. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna go with this: a flat-chested girl. I think no problem with her going out without no pasties on.
Listen,
I have a problem with the boob part.
If you want to go out topless, you should be able to go out topless, because that's sexist. Because whether a man has man boobs or no boobs or a flat chested, they could walk around with no shirt.
You got daddies.
But listen, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So,
and I'll agree with you. And I'll agree with you, because when you go to the beaches in Europe, the women are topless.
There are a lot of topless.
Yeah, they rock out.
I think
but they're regular beaches like that. Like that's just how they do it.
Topless, but you can't go full nude.
Right. Nah, like when you go to beaches in Europe, that's the norm. Them being topless. It's the norm shit. So.
Yeah, and Americans are so just like
we are very
dramatic and judgmental, and it needs to stop, because I feel let the boobies free, like for real. Cause and why this?
So what do you think about breastfeeding in public?
Thank you. Listen. I'm a mother who breastfed all of my children.
How about this one, by the way?
Of course.
Okay.
And I don't see why everyone is in an uproar. It would be formula for the women who can't, because there's some women who cannot breastfeed. it would be enough formula for them if women who could breastfeed started to breastfeed their babies. Because, everyone's, oh my God, it's no formula. But the best milk for your child is breast milk.
It's booby milk.
Absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a natural resource.
And
so
I would like to address
give that up for artificial.
Right.
And then now that there's a shortage, everybody's in an uproar. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Pop a titty out.
No,
not just you can't do that. If you haven't been breastfeeding, it dries up.
Right, yeah.
But and then this is so bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. For years, decades, centuries, Black women have breastfed the babies of the world because the white women during slavery didn't breastfeed their babies. It was the Black women who did it.
Put them right on the teddy.
And then you go into third world countries, right, Ada?
Put them right on that teddy, baby.
Third world countries, there is no formula.
Right, it's all about the teddy.
No, it's not even that. It's other things you
So
can
what do they
do.
eat?
You go to the police department, and I went the other day, and they had a little cubicle, and that's what that's
Yeah.
for. They have places for you to can go in. They close the door, and you can breastfeed.
Here's
Tell people where the cubicle is, because a lot of people don't know that it's in the community, and it's not that far from Target. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's in the 23rd precinct on 102nd and.
So I gotta go to jail to feed my kid.
No, and I asked the officer, does people come? They're like, no, I have a couple of women. They happen to be walking down the street. And they've come and used the services to feed their child.
All right, here's the problem I got with that. I think that it's degrading. Not and I think the cubicle is actually humane. What I'm saying is, I was out one day and I was in a mall, and this woman was sitting in a corner, hiding behind a stroller, so that she could breastfeed her kid. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt, I was like, damn, like, you got to go through that. You know what I'm saying? You got to, and I think if we just allowed women to just breastfeed, we wouldn't look at it funny. It would just become natural. It would just come natural. Like, the same way. Listen, the same way that being gay has become sort of a natural thing, right? It's not a stigma of being gay. When you see somebody switching down the street, it's not a stigma anymore. Well, it would have been the same. It would be the same effect of women that are breastfeeding. If a woman's just allowed to sit there, have a little thing over a thing, and just boom, or just pop the boobie out and be like, let me shove this in, put it in the teddy.
I did it.
Right.
I did it. And
I don't think it would be abnormal. I don't think it would be
my
abnormal.
mom
I think
and
it's shameful.
everybody else used to be like, oh my God, put your tit away. No. I would be in King's Plaza sitting there, and I would whip it out and just throw one of the burping blankets over the baby's head.
Right.
And it was nothing to me. And then it became a joke, like, oh, Claudia's just gonna pull her boobie out.
Well, we know how you work, son.
You understand what I'm saying? But
you ain't got no problem rubbing on your teddies.
But
no.
It's here because look at it. He gonna make that up.
Ooh, my shit is itching.
Yeah.
Fuck you doing?
Now, are we booby shaming?
Right,
You
no,
better
I'm
stop.
I'm not booby shaming. I'm just saying.
But that's here because in other countries, like the famous
Brazil.
Manny Ramirez, baseball player Manny Ramirez, he was breastfed until he was 6 years old.
Now, see, I got a problem with that.
That nigga's walking home from school.
Okay, you got to think about it. When you're in the country,
Nigga's doing homework with his titty in his mouth.
Exactly, but when you live,
man.
when you live in the country and you don't have, and you're short of you live in a country, the refrigerator goes out and all that. That's nutrition.
Listen, BS.
No.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, once your ass starts walking, you're off the tip.
Once you have teeth, okay? Like, let me tell you something. Listen, it borderlines abuse.
But there's some I've heard, and these are white women, that they still breastfeed their kids until they 2 or 3 years old.
Listen, again, it's borderline abuse. Because let me tell you something.
When you gonna stop?
Oh, when they go to cow's milk.
And that's a year.
So
Usually a
age,
year.
what age you talking about? A year?
Yes,
Okay.
a year. And nothing, if they want it after that, guess what? Your boobie naturally extracts. So you can have, I'm going to show you. You can have a cup here and a cup here. And If you express,
I'm sorry. Hold on, wait, because they need the demonstration. I'm sorry. Can we go there? Can we do? Can we rewind? Can we go back again?
No,
Go
all seriously, you can put a cup here and a cup here, and they naturally extract, because even when any type of stimulation, when your breasts are stimulated,
I don't think
right?
we're ever drinking from those glasses again.
No, but
So they're gonna see the show. They're gonna be like, "Did you know what Claudia did with those glasses? She was breast milking in them."
No,
Yeah.
when we was in the office, your daughter asked. She was like, "But kid, you?" I said, "As long as the baby is suckling, the body will produce the
Or
milk."
you expressing the milk. As long as you're expressing the milk,
You're pulling,
and you don't necessarily need a pump to express it, because you can hold and naturally express it, and it'll come out. Even when you're like, let's say you stop breastfeeding your baby, and you're intimate with your significant other. Any type of stimulation, it starts to leak. It naturally starts to leak. So anything that stimulates your breast. Listen, I know some grown men that I've heard about them.
That you know what?
There's grown
That
men, they
drink
like it.
breast milk.
They drink breast milk. They like it.
Oh.
I had one person tell me before, I had to fight with my husband from drinking the baby's milk, because he used to drain the breast milk from her.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there's men that like it.
It's some men that listen. It says some say it tastes different,
Sorry,
but
I'm not doing it.
I
never did it.
I'm a mother, and I give milk. I mean, like, I've never tasted it myself. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, to each his own. But breast milk is the best milk. You understand? Unless you have some.
I agree with that.
Okay.
But not as an adult.
That's exactly what I'm saying,
all, yeah.
though. But listen, again, during slavery, I'm curious to know how they kept their breast milk up, because the women weren't having babies like that.
But that goes down to biblical terms. And when they found Moses in the Nile River, his mother came to be his nursemaid, not knowing that was his biological mother. It goes down to the biblical times. Right. They've been doing that for years. Women, they have their own kid. Their kid but then they had to make money, so they had to.
And truth be told, yeah, baby, you gonna get breastfed. But truth be told, the baby carries the mother's immunity as long as you're breastfeeding. So again, you have to take care of your body while you're breastfeeding. That don't mean going to have a party and drinking all the time and doing all that other stuff, but to make that sacrifice. And that's why a lot of women don't do it, because it's a sacrifice to breastfeed. Because it's like, if even like myself, when I knew I was going out or whatever, I would have limited drinks, and I would express the milk before I fed her to get rid of the alcohol before I was able to put her back onto the breast.
I have a friend that breastfed her daughter until she was 2 years old, and she had to stop breastfeeding her daughter because she got pregnant again, and the doctor told her to stop because she was pregnant.
I don't understand.
The doctor told her because she was still wanted to nurse the 2-year-old while she was. So the vitamins and all that will be.
Yeah, she was pulling out everything.
Yeah,
but the babies pull everything from you, and it's a miracle. Like, consider yourself a human cow. Because the only other all that's
Animals.
like why you have to like believe that there's a higher power, because all animals produce milk.
Mammals.
That's a fact.
Produce milk for survival. You understand? Just that within itself. We could do a whole segment on breastfeeding.
Yes, we did.
But yeah,
we're educating
things,
them.
yeah, but it definitely. And it started with freeing the boobies. If people were able to free their boobies, they'll be able to whip it out, and people wouldn't look at them so negatively when they're breastfeeding people. You get what I'm saying? You have to get that stigma out of your head.
Every woman has boobies.
And that's all I'm saying about that.
It's a major thing.
Got a new like.
Hi, Christy.
Christy, like the stream. Thank you, Christy.
But yeah, man, it's the way of this world, and it makes me think sometimes, like, how comfortable are you bringing a newborn into today's society and being the way that it is? Because, critical race theory, like, everything in America has become so politicized. Everything is one side against the other. People aren't people anymore. We have been so desensitized and so pulled into political arenas when we don't even understand that we're being pulled into them sometimes, and we're forced to make decisions on half-assedness. And why I say that is because if I say something here and now on this podcast, right, it's going to be fact because I say it's a fact. It won't be fact because I said it and somebody went and researched it and realized that, hey, what she said is true. And you're not going to look to further that fact to find out why that fact was a fact.
Isn't that what they call fake news?
But yeah, but you know what? Fake news is now news because a lot of people go to Facebook and that, all these social media sites, and it has dumbed down our communities, to the point where, like, I do believe that we have to teach our children. We have to teach. And unfortunately, some of us just have sick values and sick outlooks that we are brought up with and believe are factual. And that leads to closed-mindedness.
Teach our kids the right way. That's the problem.
So, Claudie.
Yes.
You have reached your hour.
Absolutely. It's amazing. And I'm going to run.
Because
baby New Year is
I know what's happening.
Yeah, Rock been sitting here watch the baby thump.
Yo, this is like watching a scene out of Aliens or some shit. Like out of the corner of my eye, I'll see something will be like, whoop, whoop, and I'll be like, what the fuck's going on, right?
Your peripheral.
Right. I'm thinking I'm high or something, right? That I took an edible. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I took an edible or something, so it's freaking me out a little bit.
I can't wait to do one of those, boy.
Can't wait for you to get back in the game.
Yeah, and I just want to leave you guys. Look, I'll be back here next week, and we're gonna be promoting. No, we won't. We won't.
Not even me.
We're gonna be on the party. We're going to be on the road. Next week is, a lot of people go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade. But what y'all fail to realize, it is a jam-packed festival that happens before the Puerto Rican Day Parade. The Puerto Rican Day Parade is on the 12th, I do believe. Shit. And it's on the 12th, the Sunday, which is next weekend. Mm-hmm. And the festival is on the 11th. Y'all need to come to, that's why we're called El Barrio. And people who don't understand, y'all will understand if y'all come to the neighborhood on that day. So from East 106th Street and 3rd Avenue, the blocks will be closed all the way to 117th Street. No, actually, even further. I think it goes to 118th or 120th.
It's gonna be food,
but it's all kinds of Spanish food from people travel all the way from Puerto Rico to come up here. You're gonna have a taste of every ethnic background on the street. So it's a large street festival, and it also runs all the way from, I do believe, Madison Avenue to First Avenue on 116th Street.
And they have stages and people performing.
You're going to have a lot of stages out there. You're going to have a lot of people performing. Listen, this is what kicks off every summer. And fellas, let me tell you, it is a sight for you to see.
Women be naked.
Listen, It's not the hood.
Describe naked.
Okay, they take a Puerto Rican flag and make a whole outfit out of one flag.
The flag would be a shirt.
There you go.
Oh.
The bandana would be a shirt. And in order
no.
for the bandana to be a shirt, you have to be fit and fine.
The bandana
okay?
is the shirt and the flag is the skirt. That's how they get dressed.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell y'all, you will not be depressed on that day. You will not be disappointed. And everybody is coming out just to have a good time. BGM, Mi Gente My People will be out there. We're getting a table. We're going to be selling our swag. We're doing lots of fundraising for the 19th on that day.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So I need y'all to understand. Y'all need to come out. And I mean, the party goes on from, I would say, get out there from 11 a.m. and all the acts come on from like about 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So you will not be disappointed. You will come. You will have a great time. You will dance in the street.
Oh, yeah.
You will have food. Like, the food is amazing. Like, I am looking forward to my tostones with my bistec. Steak with onions on it. And I want my pelotes. That's the corn that you have with mayonnaise and the cheese on top of it. You have your empanadas. That is like your Hispanic beef patties, but
Pasteles.
it is.
Chloe, you're about to
amazing.
start a food show. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
We're going home.
But one big out shout out to my aunt Val, she is gonna march in the parade
BWE.
with her queens and her queendom, the way my mom calls it. So big shout out to my titi. She's gonna do her walk.
The Women's Empowerment Group, and
And
which is in East Harlem, and they are globally known. VWE, Valerie's Women's Empowerment Group. I'm one of the queens, so we will be marching in the parade.
Like a real queen, not like a queen.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Queen. Like, stop playing.
No, queen goes left. I wasn't sure what she was going with it, so I just wanted to be clear. They're queens like Queen Elizabeth Queen.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
They
All
call
right.
themselves queens. They queen. They do
Absolutely.
their
Right.
We do our own thing, but
Okay.
listen, if you're not there, you're not there. You're going to miss it. We have great things coming up for the next 2 weekends. So I told you better be here.
See you on June 19th. Juneteenth. See you next week at the Madison
Puerto Rican Day Festival,
the
baby.
festival. See you at the festival next week.
And then June will be 99th Street between. We're gonna have from 2nd to 3rd.
But ours is on Sunday, so I'm gonna be here the day before the 18th.
And we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Big shout out to Bishop Jordan. Happy birthday. We'll be there next week
Ow.
for 2 days doing that. And tomorrow, One Night, it returns with a special guest. So we'll see what that's about for tomorrow. And I'm going to punch out. I'm going to make my way to the Zulu Nation barbecue. And then I'm going to the movies. I'm going to go see Maverick at a drive-in.
Oh, wow.
They
Yeah.
told me it's best to watch it in the IMAX because you got to see all those planes everywhere.
I'm going in the drive-in. I'm going to sit in my
That's
car.
New Jersey.
There you
No,
go.
there's one in Brooklyn.
There's
Oh,
one
no,
in
it's
Brooklyn.
Yeah, so I'm going to go do that. I'll see
Love
y'all.
y'all.
Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for participating.